What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking.
What's up, everyone? It's another episode of Next Level Thinking. As you always know, we help you bring it to the next level. It's your host, Chris Holmes, and today I have a special guest by the name of...
My name is Jay Tronius, a.k.a. Governor of the Galaxy.
Galaxies out of this world. So let's go ahead and hit the ground running and tell the audience a little bit about yourself. So you already set the expectation high, just basically leaving Earth, but you might as well just take it off from here.
Well, you know, once again, y'all, I'm Jay Tronius, Governor of the Galaxy. I am an entertainer and an entrepreneur. Primarily, I am what they call a psychedelic soul singer, you know, originally from Sherman, Texas.
Okay.
The 903. And
represent those area codes.
yeah, man, you know, definitely a Texan, but definitely of the galaxy. So I've been here, there, and everywhere through frequency and rhythm.
That's how you go. And smooth with it, too, as well. So go ahead and, how did you come up with your name?
It was crazy, man. I'm not gonna get too graphic. We're gonna keep it a little smooth, but nevertheless, I had just got done kicking it and elevating with an ex of mine, and I went to the restroom afterwards, and I went into this daydream. And in this daydream, I saw these Roman guards from like the Roman Empire. They came.
So we went into the Greeks. So
yeah, we were Roman, Roman era. Definitely had. I could see this in my head, even though I wasn't asleep. I could see this vision in my head, and these Roman guards were bringing me to Julius Caesar, and I'm sitting there laughing, and I look like I'm in P-Funk. I got this wild outfit on, these big glasses.
He got the funk.
The funk was all over me, and and I had been knighted by the great Bootzilla, Bootsy Collins, and so I had to find my identity in the funk. So I went to this vision. These guards brought me to Julius Caesar. He was kind of like up on a platform, kind of like what's above us right now, and I'm just sitting there giggling the whole time, and he's getting, Julius Caesar's getting upset. He's telling me he ran the Roman Empire. All of our culture, including today, the way that we live in society has a lot to do with the Roman Empire and how they ran things. How dare I not bow before him? And I just sat there and I looked at him. I was like, that's all well and good, but I'm Jay Tronius Quasar.
So you basically said, I know who you are, but you don't know who I am.
But you don't know me. All of this in a daydream in a bathroom up in Boston, Massachusetts, and then from there on, I told everybody I'm Jay Tronius.
And it's basically the sky has in the rest of his history. Low key, that sounds like start of a music video.
It totally is. I'm a songwriter, but everything to me is like every song to me, everything that I write, I see like I'm a visual writer.
I can tell from just the details of you explaining all of that. It wasn't just something you just like, oh, it was this. No, you broke it down into like every little detail.
Yeah.
It's like a little story, or like painting the picture. So even with the people listening to this interview, I'm guaranteed they got all your little details. Like, oh, okay, I can see that now.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, shit, you don't know who I am.
That's it. I was always real big as a kid, like into tall tales, like like Pecos Bill, and
seeing that's where it goes from.
Yeah, all of that. Johnny Appleseed, like King Arthur, like always into these tall tales that they say John Henry. The list goes on and on. And in my career with my music, I always tell people I want to end up being like a tall tale. They won't know if I ever was real or not because it's so outlandish sounding.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if you could pick one major influence when it comes to creativity or even visuals or writing, like who would it be or what would it be? So go ahead and tell the audience that.
Man, it's hard to narrow it down to one. Like,
okay, I'll give you two.
Give me two. If I had to pick the top two overall artists,
it's still tough, huh?
It's tough. It's tough. But if we go overall as like a visionary, like I guess it would have to be Prince and Mike.
Makes a lot of sense.
It'd have to be Prince and Mike. I mean, everything trickles down. I mean, there's a lot of subcategories, but it had to.
You chose the icons, y'all. The
icons. Shoot for the moon, land in the stars.
See, and that was just so smooth. Visual.
Yeah. Very. So yeah, those two. For Prince for the musicality and the stage presence and Mike for the, just his vision, his videos, and just everything was so vivid and so like unreal. So I'd have to give it to those two.
Especially with those icons, it took you what you were beyond what you were used to seeing all the time. And like, I guess like during that time, there was like, oh, you have to do the videos like this. And like, nah, we're not limited to that. We can go even beyond.
Pushing the boundaries, man. Mm-hmm. I'm all about artists that are unique individuals and will push the boundaries and not be scared to do that, to do your own thing. So I've always been drawn to people like that, man.
Exactly, because like even when Mike was dropping down his videos, I'm trying to see which one it was. Like for example, Thriller. Yeah, it wasn't just like a regular, let's say, 2 or 3 minute video. Like if you see the actual full version of it, I mean, I believe that was like the big breakthrough of how you saw music videos. Because now you have like you seem like a short little mini films in the music, and leaves people like, what's next?
It's when music and film, they always go hand in hand. And he did this thing where he turned his music into big productions. Spielberg, I think, was with him with that one. And it's like when you got these great minds in art coming together, these big monstrous masterpieces happen, man. And I'm all about that, man. I'm all about that.
Yeah, you never want to limit yourself to your creativity. You always want to expand on and make it and just push beyond the boundaries.
Yeah, man.
So when you think of an artist, like what to you defines an artist?
An artist, really, everybody's an artist. Like the definition of art itself is anything that strikes an emotion. It's art. So everybody's an artist. Some people, they naturally are doing it. Some people do it as a hobby. Some people, it's their life. Like I am art, not just music, but I am the epitome of of an artist. Like I wake up every day in art form.
Yeah,
but I see the rest of the world. All of this is art. All of this is a movie.
And that's where you get your inspiration from, or like you see a person going through a situation or a good sense, and you pull your inspiration from like every little element. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, there's infinite inspiration, man. I mean, that's the thing. At some point in time, you realize you can look around, and as a songwriter, I can literally write anything about my mind and your mind, or anything that we see or don't see or would want to see. There's infinite possibilities as to what we can create around, and the unseen and the seen. Mm-hmm. So that's where I'm at.
So I'm gonna hit you with a deep question on this. Do you feel like society, well, I say most of society, has kind of pulled us away from, let's say, that child within? The reason why I say that is because imagination and creativity is everything. That's how you go beyond the limits from we reach into outer space, flying in planes, and it's like so many people like lose that little child inside that imagine things or the infinite possibilities.
I think mainstream as a whole has pulled away from that, but I know that it's still out there. Because as an artist, it's gotten to the point where a lot of us that want to go outside the box aren't always going to the mainstream to look for that.
You don't even have to nowadays.
You don't have to. So it's like, I don't think that it's been pulled away. I think that it hasn't, as far as like the main, outlets as far as radio and TV or whatever have pulled away from showing people balance. But there's a lot of balance in this world. There's a lot of creative things going on. I just feel that it needs to be more balanced in the forefront mainstream. I think they've taken away a lot and dumbed things down. And I think that's affecting people, and I think it is affecting society as a whole, because you just see you see it.
Yep,
you see
it's
it
everywhere.
Right now. It's everywhere. It's like especially in urban music, it's very limited. If somebody's just to turn their radio on, or somebody is wanting to see what the end thing is and don't have access to look at the underground as much as the mainstream.
Yeah, and then I want to follow with that, like the importance of just being yourself, because I know, people get influenced by so many different things, and how you were talking about they dumbed it down. But I feel like people need that encouragement, like be yourself, be unique, and express yourself in your own kind of way in art.
Totally agree, man. But I'll leave it at this. I won't go too deep in it. At the end of the day, when we're dealing with war, the strongest thing you can have in war is not your military, it's not your weapons, it's media. So I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm gonna let you marinate on that.
It was just dropping mics already, just in the middle of the day. Anyway. So, like, if you had, what would you tell like the young artist who's just beginning, and they may face some kind of challenges or doubts? What would you tell he or she to keep them going?
I would tell the young artist right now that you have to look at it for what it is right now. Y'all have more access to things that we didn't. That's a blessing and a curse. Because y'all have more access to everything around the world, sometimes that can make you lazy and not chase more, have to be hungry to see more because it's in your face every day. So I challenge the youth to go outside of the box of what's been given to you, and when being that you do have access to everything, really research what you have and help us get to another level, because it's like it's backwards right now. Because you got access to so much, there's less being done, when really it should be the opposite. They should be way further ahead as far, and I want that on the youth. I want y'all to evolve and to break what's going on right now, because y'all have the brain capacity and the technology to take us to a whole nother level we hadn't even seen yet.
Yep. And then when it comes to, let me see how I can phrase this. I'll just be completely transparent. In a time like this, because I just from what I hear, like most time an artist makes a good chunk of their money from tours, like actual performances. What would you say to the artist who's adjusting to this time period right now, because it's our current reality?
Ooh, not just to an artist, but to myself. So I'm not just gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna talk to myself, because I may not be sitting here right now if Rona didn't have me sitting down. But it's all good, I guess it goes back to that old saying, man. When given lemons, make lemonade. And the only thing that we can do right now, what I've been trying to do, since I can't move around and spread out the art that I currently have out, or at least in people's faces, is to come up with more, create more, prepare yourself for when you can go out there more. Just work with what you got, man, and make some lemonade with these lemons that are being thrown at us to your best ability, man. There's always another way. There's always infinite paths to success. So just, you have to wrap your mind around what's going on and make the best and keep positive. I know it's hard for all of us, but it can be done, and we're going to get through this, man.
Very well said. Now, I got to bring this up. Are you a big fan of poetry? Because a lot of your words that you're saying and describing kind of flow naturally, or this is just a funk?
Nah, man, I definitely love poetry. A lot of song is poetry, and it's not just, your poetry you see with, that we are accustomed to with the, the poetry that you do at the jazz clubs and stuff. I go back to Shakespeare. I like haikus.
Oh, so you really like going down.
I've really dug into the way with words, and so I become a wordsmith, and this, at this point, I just think I'm a walking song. I think I talk in poetry now. I don't even
it
think
just comes out natural.
Yeah, because I've been doing it for so long, and that's the way I love to talk. So I built my own little way, my own little lane.
Being unique to yourself, and that's actually how you thrive, by staying within your own purpose.
Yeah, man. Don't ever be comfortable, man. There's always another level, and you always have that room that's called room for improvement.
Hey, so go ahead, as we wrap things up, leave the audience with a last bit of encouraging words, and also make sure you drop your social media so they can keep following you, or any kind of project you want now. So the floor is yours.
Well, that my thing is live your truth. Set your own trends. If you're gonna be a great leader, also know to be a great follower, and don't be scared to express yourself. Whatever's in your heart and your mind is there for a reason. Let it out, shout it out, let it out, and be the infinite you. Be the highest potential of yourself that you can be, no matter what that is. Everybody's an artist, so from a nurse to a doctor to a life coach to anything, everybody's an artist. So go out there and spread your art. Be the heaven-sent instrument that you're made to be, and find your purpose and enjoy your journey. Now, as far as what I got going on, right now I'm currently signed to a record label in London called BBE Music with my partner Maverick Quest. We are Sons of the Sun, and we have dropped our first single this year called Underwater Dreaming. So please be on the lookout for that. I've also been here in Houston, Texas, working on this book with my friend Taz Stansbury.
I say the lovely
Taz Stansbury, Queen Taz. And so I've been down here working on that. Y'all be on the lookout for that. It's called Deeper. And I constantly am making music, man. But right now, the main thing, Sons of the Sun for everyone. On Instagram, that's Soul Child Music. That's SOL Music. SOL like the sun, Mexican, Spanish. Soul Music. At BBE Music. And my personal one is at Jay Tronius. So, yeah, look out for that Sons of the Sun. Look out for this book that we're working on called Deeper. Look out for anything in the Jay Tronius umbrella. Look out for what me and this brother might be doing. You don't never know, but we're going to keep it fluid. We're going to keep it consistent. And that's just what we do.
as we travel out to another galaxy.
Yeah, to, the multiverses.
Nice. So we're wrapping things up. It's your host, Chris Holmes, on another episode of Next Level Thinking. And I have my special guest by the name of
Jay Tronius.
Hey, make sure you subscribe, share the message, and keep things going, because we want to see you elevate, or better yet, enter to another galaxy. Peace out and take it to the next level. All right.